Hour. This week on Women Talk Wednesday, I wanted to talk about something that I'm going through and that I feel like a lot of women and men are going through during this time, and that's being single and quarantine. So, what sparked this conversation for me is I was just reading, of course, doing a lot of reading during this time. So, I was reading an article and I want to read a little bit from it. So, this psychiatrist expert, Sue Varma, so she did an interview, and she mentioned part of it was about, people's psyches during this time. And so what she said was when people are lonely, they start to feel anxious and their brain creates a lot of noise about the interpretation of the situation. I have patients that I'm working with that are single and are really blaming themselves. They're getting down on themselves, they're being hard on themselves, and they're wondering why they haven't, found someone, why they're not with a partner by now. And I feel that when we're in quarantine situations, you don't have the necessary distractions. You don't have the necessary support. And sort of negative, pessimistic thoughts might be creeping in more than usual. So I wanted to sit down with a couple ladies today and kind of discuss, being single in quarantine. Like, is it really affecting your psyche, or is it like kind of putting things in perspective of what you want in a mate? Just diving into a little bit of what we're going through during this time, because it's different from people that are dating or married, have kids. Like, the experience is a lot different. So I just wanted to talk to some women today about their experience in being single during this time, So I have a couple guests coming on today. The first guest, her name is Jennifer Iyandu. I hope I said that right. Jennifer Iyandu. I'm gonna see if she corrects me, but I think that's it. So she's a divorced mother of two, 20 and 19. So her kids are a little older. So I want to see like if it's easier for her to date. That she has older kids. She's originally from Chicago, but she lives out in, I believe, Virginia now. So we're going to sit down with her, talk to her as well. And then I have Lydia, who's coming on. And she's been single for like about 5 years now. So she's been out in the dating game. And I really want to talk to her about, the difference between before the quarantine, during the quarantine, like what's happening, is getting a different perspective of, dating life, being single in quarantine. So I'm going to bring them in and let's get this party started. I got my coffee this morning. So I'm ready to go. I got my coffee. I got some strawberries, some fruit. And of course, I have my blunt. Can't do anything without it. And of course, I have my workout because I am working out right after this. So I need to make sure I drink my water. And it has like probiotics, all that stuff in it beforehand. So let's get this party started. I'm going to bring in Jennifer first.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Hi, Jennifer. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. And yourself?
Great. So you're in Virginia, right?
Yes.
So how is it out there, like during the quarantine? What's going on? How's it in Virginia?
Well, basically here, I work in the school full time. So we've been done since the week of March 17th. And our governor has us home till June 10th. But the grocery stores are still open. They just have a new system, and all restaurants are curbside delivery and drive-through. And we don't have a curfew or anything like that. We can still go out there, taking down basketball hoops and things like that to keep crowds down.
Oh, wow. That's good. Like June 10th. Oh, that's extreme. I haven't heard June yet. So that's kind of shocking. Amazing, kind of. I think California is gonna follow suit though. Like it's just not under control at this point. Like I don't
Right.
understand. So today we're gonna be talking about being single in quarantine. So I'm gonna bring in my other guest. Her name is Lydia. She lives out here with me in California. So I'm gonna bring her in and we're gonna talk some girl talk and see what's going on.
Okay.
All right, let's see. How you doing, baby?
I'm good.
Oh, look at the little baby over there.
Say hi, Gizmo.
Oh, it's so cute. Gizmo.
You got balloons?
My birthday.
When?
It was Thursday.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, I was celebrating in my house. I made me some freaking edible cupcakes. That was great. I was lit. It was amazing.
How do you know how to make the right amount?
So if I actually knew, it's a calculation you can do.
Uh-huh.
And if I actually knew how much THC was in the weed I had, then I can calculate it. But since I didn't know, it was kind of like,
A cupcake surprise.
yeah, just let's see what happens.
So you just nibble on a little bit and then you wait.
No, you know me, I eat the whole thing. Like my tolerance is really high. So
Yeah.
So I know.
Note to self, I'm never eating any edibles that you provide me ever.
Yeah, because my roommate, she was like, yo, they had me lit, and I had to have like 2 or 3 of them. I'm like,
Oh God. Oh wow.
I know. So I wanted to call you guys on today because I was just like reading up on a lot of like people just being single in quarantine, and I was reading an article about, and the psychiatrist was just talking how more than ever, like she has so many clients because of people's psyche and being single in this time, and it's like the whole lonely factor, and it kind of creep in other things like, why am I single, why am I this or that. Do you guys feel like during this time it's made you question yourself or like kind of evaluate why you've been single?
No.
And why you say no?
Because I know when the time is right, I will meet that person that deserves my time. I will be 44 this year, so I have life experiences, and I'm at the point where I don't have to deal with nonsense, and I know my worth, and I don't, I know the time will come, and I have evaluated myself, and I know what things to work on and all of that. So yeah, the time will come.
That's right. It was a growing process for me because, the reason why I was single for so long is because I went through a very traumatic breakup. Mm-hmm. So I haven't had a lot of experience with a lot of relationships, but when you're in like a really serious committed relationship, you kind of lose yourself in that person, and you become like a different person. So for me, I had to do a lot of soul searching to find my new self. You know what I'm saying? Like find my new identity and find out who I am. Then you have to get over the hurt and do the work for that, and then be open to date. And then that's a whole nother can of worms, because with societal changes, like men aren't chivalrous anymore. With these dating apps, it's killing love. And you have to try to stay positive and go through all of these frogs and toads and stay hopeful. But like, what's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Like Jennifer said, like the most important part is like really knowing yourself and loving yourself and knowing your worth, and not second guessing yourself to lower your standards or expectations.
Yeah, like, cause I feel like I just became single last year, like around September last year, and the dating game has changed. I'm like, wait, what's happening? What's going on? Like all these apps and all this, like you put me onto an app and I'm like, man, it's crazy because it's like you get flooded with so many dudes and it's like you don't know what everyone's intentions is and just trying to talk to them. So and Jennifer, you could go first. Like, what are your dating goals at this point? Like, because I feel like that even has changed, being out in this new age of social media and dating apps and all that. Are you looking like to just have a friend first or romantic, or how's your flow?
My flow is see where it goes. I'm not jumping into anything. So I am on dating apps, and if I'm out, I can meet somebody too. So I put in my profile, I'm not on here just to get right to it. I'm open to be married again, but just because I'm open to be married don't mean okay, I'm gonna date you and I can't see and be sure it could be somebody else. So I meet more than one person so I can be sure if it's even gonna go further than that phone call. Is it gonna go further than that meetup? Each step is different for each person.
Right. Like I was telling a guy that the other day, and I was like, look, dude, I'm out here multi-dating. I was like, I don't even know what I want at this point again. Like these relationships obviously ain't doing the shit right. I ain't picking the right person. So I was like, maybe, like you said, I need to have several of you to figure out which of you, like, I kind of want to finish this life out with, you know?
I call that building a roster. You want to have a roster and a rotation of men, at least 5, right? But the problem is finding quality men that you actually are excited about. Like, you know, it takes your time to get dressed, to get ready, to give your time to go meet somebody. So it really becomes a hassle and feels like a chore when you really don't like this guy, you know? So that was a problem that I was having, finding quality.
Yes.
How about you, Jennifer?
Well, for me, this is my thought on things. I always have a backup plan. And I know that they could end up being a dud. So I don't mind getting dressed and going out because there's always something else to do. So I'm going to get something out of this meeting because I always do a meeting at a restaurant or something where, okay, I'm getting something out of this. So even
like I'm gonna eat.
So
I'm going to drink well. And I'm going to get compliments. Damn it.
Yeah, but you hit it right on the head, Lydia. It's like getting excited. I haven't been excited in a long time. And I think that's what is missing. It's like even dating before this quarantine, it was like a hassle to get dressed. It was like, but now during this quarantine, it's kind of like, okay, I have to be like so into you to kind of like risk my life to meet you.
For sure, 100%. Quarantine has changed everything. It is a game changer for real. I don't know about you ladies, but for me, this is horrible to say, but Corona has been good to me.
Why you say that?
Instantly I noticed like the quality of men on the dating apps increased. I guess they have more time. They're at home now. I'm talking about, you know, good quality men working, believe in God, anti-Trump, you know, those kind of things. And then when they engage with you, it's like that. I haven't seen this in years. They really want to get to know you. You know what I mean? They're really inquiring about who you are. And you start to form like a connection. And after several messages, you start to form somewhat of an emotional connection, which is something I never found with dating apps. It just was very numbing. It was just very blah, 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 you know, and then very disconnected. But now I started noticing a connection. And that's why I was telling you, Marquita, like my homegirl put me on a Hinge app. And that was the real game changer for me. Because I'm like, I'm not paying to go on a dating app. Like, I'm just never going to get that desperate. So I'm not paying for these filling out these long profiles. And then I hate to say this, it sounds bad, but then you have those dating apps for quote unquote.
Just a hookup. I just want to hit it.
Yeah, just to hook up. And then you have the other kind of people that you wouldn't be interested in dating. You put it that way. Like you'll never see me on Plenty of Fish or iCupid or any of those. Or then they had a black one called Soul Swipe. Girl, they looked like it was in a penitentiary. I was like, how are they getting phones in here? Are they serious? Is that his mom's house?
Never heard of. Wait, what is it called? Soul Swipe?
Girl, I hope it's still not on there. It's called Soul
Swipe. You know about this, Jennifer? You heard of Soul Swipe?
No, but I want to piggyback on what she said about Plenty of Fish. I've had a little results on Plenty of Fish, and there's a couple in my business that it met on Plenty of Fish, and their story was good. Plenty of Fish interviewed them for their blog.
Oh wow,
so it's not the app; it's who's on the app.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
I met my ex-fiance on Plenty of Fish. And so you may think like ex-fiance it's bad. It's like no,
but at the time, right?
If you met them at church, they're gonna say, "Okay, I can't go to church."
Church, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So it was great. Like I feel like it is. If you meet someone that's on the same level as you, same mental, like they have the same goal. Like they're trying to. And I do feel like this quarantine is making a lot of people realize like I need to quit playing out in these streets. Things happen. I need me a solid with me.
Exactly.
I need somebody to hold down. Now I'm out here. I had all these women, or I had all these men, women, whatever. But now it's kind of like, dang, I can't quarantine with them because don't nobody want to be around because they not trusting what the other people doing. So it's like,
right? Because like you said, you risking your health to take this chance, so you better be worth it.
Right. And that be like my question. So I be on a dating app and I just be talking, trying to see where they at. So I be like, so what's up? What's going on? What you been up to? And if they be like, oh, I've been out to the gym, or not the gym because you can't. I be out.
Yeah.
Oh, like one guy was like, oh, I'm finna head, they lifting up the beaches, I'm going to the beach, like all this stuff. And I'm just like, really though? So I'm like, so now I'm evaluating like what people are doing. And I'm like, you ain't really safe taking this, whatever. And so I'm like, I don't think this, he's like, so you don't want me to go to the beach? I'm like, look, let me tell you something. You can go all you want, but you won't see me. Like I just can't risk my health based on someone else's actions. Like, no, I get it. I get everyone don't take what's happening at the same level or as serious as other people. But I think in this time, like if you are trying to hook up with someone, like, dude, stay in a crib, be easy. Like you trying to quarantine with me, you need to quarantine for several days first. And then we can come together and be a happy little, you know? It's like, I don't know, it's hard. So, Jennifer, my question for you is, because you have been married and you are divorced, do you feel like how long were you married for first?
Okay, so physically, let's see, because we gotta. Look, we
had some out-of-body experiences.
No, look, we were married where we lived together. Then we were separated, and finally I did the paper. So actually living together, we were married from 1999 through 2003. Because he's from another country, so he got stuck in Nigeria. So from 2003 to 2007, we were still together. Then 2007, I'm like, no, this not gonna work.
So he was gone that whole time? He couldn't come back that whole time?
It was an immigration situation. That's a whole nother podcast.
Oh, wow.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Is he the father of your kids?
Yes.
Oh, that had to be hard.
So in 2007, that's when I decided, okay, it's time for us to see other people. This is not going to work. And I finally did the paperwork 4 years ago, I believe. So on paper, I've been divorced 4 years.
Oh, okay.
But I've been seeing other people since 2007.
Okay, you like the men just got been out in these streets. So do you think it's different after divorce dating?
Stop.
Yeah, because I had a relationship since 2007, and yeah, things are different.
How so?
People want to move too fast. Like, I don't know. It's just different. It's hard to explain.
So it's
And
like,
it's either
I miss the old school
down.
dating where they actually dated you, courted you. It isn't like, you know, 2 dates and what's up, we going upstairs kind of thing. Like, I miss that old
what's
school
with this
connection.
whole third date thing? Like, I've been hearing
It's like men want to get their money's worth. I don't know.
like I just don't understanding having a rule on this. Like, no, we screw when I feel it. Like when it's there, when the vibe is there. Like I don't get.
And it's not forced. Even with kisses, though, you ever notice that? Like you go on a date with a guy, and you know you're nice. The conversation is okay, but there's no like chemistry. And so you're just trying to get through the date. But then at the end of the day, he's trying to force a kiss like y'all was holding hands at the movies. Like, you know, and I'm like, how can you not get that? There's no chemistry here. And why you got me doing this? This is embarrassing for both of us.
I don't understand. Like, come on now. Like, you should be able to feel the vibe. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all the story. I got to tell y'all the story.
Are you dating outside your race?
Who, me? Oh, yeah. I don't discriminate.
How about you, Jennifer?
I'm in Virginia. I never run into anybody. Nobody hit me up. So people from other countries flock to me for some reason.
All the time.
I get a lot of Caribbean Africans. Because
they like thick black women. Like, that's the thing. Oh, they love some meat. Like, I done had some tell me like, oh, baby, you too skinny. What's going on? Where are you? And I'm like, dang, I'm out here in California. And Mug's like, you need to lose some weight. You too big. And it's like, you go other places and it's totally different. And that's why like right. I love Hinge. Okay. So she put me onto Hinge, right? And it's actually a really cool app.
How you spell that?
Huh? Oh, it's Hinge.
Okay.
but I like it because I like the format. I like how like you can put captions with your photos. And that kind of like shows personality and shows like something about them. Like this one guy I met, he had this picture up, right? He's like, guess where I'm at? And I'm like, I know that exactly. You outside the Macy's downtown Chicago. I know that story. And he messaged back. He was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you got it. You're the only person that got it. Like, what's up?" I'm like, "I know my city." So it started a conversation, and I like how the app really does like help you.
Right. No pressure. Right.
No pressure. Like, dude, we was on the phone last night. That's why I'm like tired right now. I ain't go to sleep till late. We on the phone for hours. I was on till like 3 a.m. And I'm like, this don't usually happen. It's usually like, dry conversation, or your goals don't really align. So it just be hard on these dating apps. But I do shout out to Hinge. Y'all doing something right. Y'all doing something right.
Right.
Yeah, because it's okay. So I have this question, and for both of you guys, because it's kind of a different answer. Are you okay and open to dating someone with kids? Because Jennifer, I know your kids are older. So are you at the point where you're like, you know what? My kids are grown. I don't want to, like, if a person has a younger child, are you open to dating?
Yes, because I ain't got to have it. I'm done having them.
But you'd be okay with it?
Yes.
What about you, Lydia? Because you don't have kids, right?
Right. I just have Gizmo, my dog. So you got to be a dog lover. That's my rule. As far as kids, I know in my age bracket, most men will have them. I don't prefer it because I'm already like trying to get to know you, and I feel like, and I've been in the situation before with men with kids. It's like you play the back seat. You play the back seat to the baby mama. The baby mama has priority over you, has rank. You play the back seat to their children, their time of availability. You have to put the kids first. So I don't like it, especially when I'm getting to know a person. So selfishly, I would prefer a man to not have kids. But if they do, I prefer that they have 50-50 custody or the kids are full-time with the mom. I absolutely don't want to date a single dad who has the kids full-time. That won't work for me.
So what would you do, like, if you met somebody, hitting it off, and he don't initially tell you that he has kids? But
see, I go through the interview questions like this. Are you gay? Are you bi? Do you have kids? Do you have a kid on the way? Yeah.
You're not playing.
Nah, because you can't get your time back.
You gotta add to that gay part. You gotta say, because some of them could feel they not gay. Have you ever been with a man?
Yeah.
Because they feel one time don't make them gay.
No,
Right.
or it's a sense of they open. So let me tell y'all this guy, right? So I met him at a friend's birthday party. And so we vibing, right? But then we end up going to the Abbey. And so if you're not familiar, it's a gay club in LA.
In the heart of West Hollywood, which is
club,
all rainbows.
TV show, like it's the biggest gay club in LA. But we went because the group, it was a lot of gay people. Like we knew that, but it was straight people, gay people. Like, so it's kind of like we in this mix and I don't know, but I'm getting a vibe that he feeling me, right? So we're talking, right? And this security guard, when I tell you he was fine as fuck, he walks past and we both go,
oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Go, and I see him go. And I turn back and I'm like, wait, hold on, what's going on? So I was like, hey, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to be open. So I was like, hey, I felt a vibe, between us. Like, but I also see another vibe. Like, what's the deal? And he was just like, I was surprised. He was like, hey, he's like, I'm fluid. I just love. And I'm like, okay. But then I was like, dang, can I have you and the security guard? I was like, how did that work? But you do have to, like you said, throw those questions as soon as possible, because what if I didn't ask him right then? I would have been stuck in my head wondering. He would have probably thought that I knew and probably would have never mentioned it. So,
and then maybe y'all hook up and now he's taking your choice away.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I can't compete with penis, That's a deal breaker for me. You come with I'm bi-curious. I might want to try it. I think a man looks good. Yeah, that doesn't work. Because that's gonna bring my self-esteem down. Like I'm always gonna be thinking no, that doesn't work for me. Like, do you really like me? Do you like women? Do you like my body? That will always be in the back of my mind. And then it's just like, nah, you can't go hang out with your friends. None of them. Girls are guys.
I know, because you would be questioned. Like you really, you know what? I ain't even think that far. I ain't even think that deep. Like, if I did talk to him, like what would happen after the fact? But you're right. Like you would be questioning.
He was in the men's bathroom way too long. I saw you looking at him. What was y'all talking about inside the store? Nah, I can't even imagine it. So absolutely not.
Yeah, like that'd be crazy. So what do you think some of the qualities you're looking for in a guy? Has it changed from when you were like a little younger before this quarantine, or like has it's changed? Like what you value in a guy? Like
Jennifer?
Yeah, because
no, I was letting her finish the question.
Because it's kind of like the longer you're single, like do you start to change? Like, okay, I was looking for this and this and that, can't find this shit. Let me try this and this and that. Like, has it changed over time because of what's out there?
for me, it changed the other way. In the beginning, back in like 4 years ago and before that, I would give certain things a chance. Like I always tell people I'm bougie. I even though I went to Hyde Park, I was raised on 91st and St. Lawrence, so I'm kind of uppity, but I can hang with people from anywhere, and so I would give the hood life person a chance, and whatever. So in getting older and seeing where that always ended up going, I can't do it. I have to have someone that has had a job. I can't have someone that's just now starting to be able to work and things like that. I need someone that knows how to treat children and treat women and treat their mother and has a belief.
A belief in something.
Yes.
Believe in something. Yourself, at least.
Yeah.
Something.
And I'm at the point where I feel it's okay if we're not for each other. Everybody, it's okay. If we're not for each other, okay, fine. You go your way, I go my way. It's nothing to get all huffy puffy about. I'm not into the drama and all that. No, it's okay. We're grown. There's other people. It's okay. But some men, they're like, oh, but it's okay. I'm
It's
not
okay.
the one. It's all right.
It's okay for us not to be the one. What about you, Lydia?
So I went through like a roller coaster of, my standards have always been high, but I only ask for what I bring to the table. So like fitness is key to me, being in shape, loving God, being educated, worldly, blah, blah, blah. These are all things that I'm bringing to the table. So my friends are like, maybe you should lower your expectations. Maybe you want too much, blah, blah, blah. But then I'm going to settle. Then I'm not going to be happy. But then I went through a lonely period, right, in transition. And I got tired of making these connections and then disconnecting and then feeling empty after the fact because it didn't work out. So I went through a small window of time where I just wanted a fuckboy.
Right.
And that was the only time I can say I actually lowered my standards and expectations, because in those kind of situationships, you have no title, you have no say, you know what I mean? They basically are getting the pussy for free, it's a win-win for them.
Right.
And that went on for quite a while. And then I started catching feelings like most women would. And then I realized, like, what the fuck am I doing? You ain't paying Nan bill up in here. What am I doing giving free pussy away? Like, and my pussy is good. Like, what am I doing with myself? No, this is not okay, Lydia. Wake the fuck up. And then I woke up.
Because I think we rationalize our behavior when we're in a certain place mentally. I think because right out of my relationship, it's kind of like, man, fuck these niggas. I don't want none of that. I just want to do my things. If I want something, come hit it and leave, please. So like, right. I think we're benefiting from that. It's like, okay, I have you when I need you. I really don't have time to focus on you in a relationship. But then, like you said, at some point you spend so much time and with somebody, you may start to have feelings. Now it's like, what the fuck you doing? But we started the shit. So it's kind of
right. You don't mean to catch feelings, and I can't speak for every woman, but I mean, I can only have sex with one dude at a time. Like, you know what I mean? I can't really I'm not a nigga. Like, I tried to be like, okay, I don't care about dudes, but I realized that just, it's not in my DNA. I'm going to sleep with you, and then I'm going to get butterflies, and then I'm only going to like you. Period. We together.
Yeah, I mean, I think that can happen. But like you said, I think this whole quarantine is changing everyone's perspective.
Oh, can I also add? When I go to the store, I'm in the mask and everything. Men are breaking their necks. Now, I'm in LA, so Jennifer, you may not know this, but the men in LA, they barely speak, they barely open a door, like they just, right? But now with this quarantine, oh, did you need help? Hi, hello. I'm like a star. It's like they've never seen a vagina before.
But you know what it is? I think it's because, like you said, this time to yourself. They're realizing they've been fucking with some superficial people, and now they're trying to realize, like, yo, I need a wife. Like I can't
Yep.
I can't even tell you
Yep.
how many profiles I done seen where they're putting it out there, plain and simple. I'm looking for a friend and then a wife. I need that. And like this is the most I've seen men actively stating like I need something more. Like I need to be able to have a conversation. I need to be able to do this. Like quickly jumping to after a couple texts, hey, can we talk on the phone? Now I'm
Bam.
like, whoa, that don't even
Right. Right.
And so now I'm like, do I want to talk on the phone? It's
Look, do you know how to talk on the phone? Do you remember?
yeah, like I love talking on the phone, but I love the dating apps, and this is why. Because it gives you time. It gives you time to weed out if you actually want to talk to this person. Like you said, like me, I do the same thing. I throw a million questions at you. And one, if you question why I'm questioning you so much, you ain't the one for me. Because you obviously ain't an open type person, or you trying to show me this fake facade of who you is before I can get to know you. No, I need to know. Because like Jennifer said, at this stage in life, I know exactly who I am, what I want, what I'm looking like. So I don't need to waste time. It's like if I answer these questions and you like don't answer right, why continue? Like we ain't gonna work. Like I don't need to know more because the little I know I don't want. And I think, do you feel like that puts people off sometimes? Like if you ask too many questions like up front?
I'm a talker. I'm motor mouth. So I might turn people off just because I don't shut up. So, and if that's the case, like you said, then you're just not for me. We're not a match because I want to know you, everything about you. Especially the whole point is we're dating, you know? So I need to know like, why wait? And I think most of us are asking just really important questions. Like, what's your favorite food? You know, do you believe in God? Do you like men? I mean, these are really important questions.
Yeah, they are. Jennifer, so how are you dating right now? Like, are you allowing somebody into your quarantine bubble, or like what's going on?
Well, basically, I'm the opposite. I can't stand all that type back and forth. And I always tell people there's this thing on your phone called block. So if there's ever an issue, you can block me if you feel it's going to be a problem. But I'm not for all that typing back and forth. I'm ready to exchange numbers after at least a day of texting. I just can't texting. So yeah, I try to quickly get on the phone so I can hear you and see what your background is like. And
you be listening.
Yeah.
You like what's going on in the background.
And if you can hold a conversation, because if we're asking questions, those questions should lead to a conversation. So it shouldn't even be like we're just asking a bunch of questions. It turns into a conversation, multiple conversations.
Yeah. See, you know what? I forgot all about the block button. But you just made things so much better for me because I'd be so hesitant to give somebody my number because I'm like, I don't know if I want to talk to you yet.
Well, I got one better for you. I have a Google number, and every person gets the Google number. So if I don't like you, you don't have my real number.
Oh, so I need
to
have that.
You have that too?
Yeah, but I don't use it that much because I can block them. So, but I have it.
I got this Google. Okay, I'm getting a Google number. That's happening. I'm gonna get a Google number so that because I do feel like a person's voice says a lot. Like I've really connected more with a person by their voice. And you can see him, like, damn, he sounds.
Wait, and now we got FaceTime, girl. It's over.
And Duo, if you don't have an iPhone, you have an Android. Duo.
Yep.
Yeah. So has anybody went on FaceTime dates? That's what's happening?
I have.
I did a meetup, not a date.
What'd you have?
A meetup. I invited him to church.
Oh.
My church is doing a parking lot church. So
everybody
we
sits
met
in
at my
their car.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Yep.
cool.
That is
Yep.
cool. That's cool. Everyone's getting creative around this time. So how has your FaceTime date went, Lydia?
So the guy that I'm currently dating, we hit it off.
Wait. Did you meet him during this quarantine?
Oh yeah, girl.
Okay, first you gotta start from the beginning, how you met him during quarantine.
Okay. So my homegirl put me on the Hinge app, and I was like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Dang, they asked me to answer these stupid questions, blah, blah, blah. She's like, just do it. Soon as I finished it, bam, he was my first match.
Wow.
And so then he was hiking with his dog right up my alley already, right there. Said 1,000 words on the pictures. So then we messaged, and then it just didn't stop. I mean, I'm like you. I hate messaging too, but the flow was just so natural, and it was so funny, and he was just so, we just going back and forth. So finally, like after 2.5 hours of just back and forth, like I couldn't put my phone down. He's like, "Can I close this app? Do you mind if we exchange numbers like adults?" And then I was like, how about we actually set up a FaceTime date? And then he was like, oh, wow, a FaceTime date? And I was like, yeah, let's do dinner. Because I wanted to get dressed up. I've been in quarantine for a while. Like, I want an excuse to do something. And so we set up, and then I was running late, so I had to cook my own dinner. So then I set up the phone while I was cooking the dinner. You know what I mean? Showing me you could cook. Yeah. So I was cooking the dinner, chopping it up, we talking, and he was drinking his bourbon, and I'm having my glass of wine, and it just felt so comfortable. It felt like he was here. It felt like I just knew him. And I'm blushing, and then I made my plate, and I set the phone on a selfie stick right in front of my plate, like he was sitting across from me, and I had a candle between us.
Oh, that is so cute.
And then we talked to, we both got to go to bed. And then the next day we took a FaceTime procrastination lunch break, just finding excuses. And then after that, we decided to like wait out a few more days just to make sure no one gets sick or start coughing or anything. And then we're like, I think I want to meet you. And I was like, I want to meet you too. Are we doing this? He was like, well, if I get sick, you got to take care of me. I was like, okay, and same. So, yeah, we scheduled our first date at his house, and he made dinner.
Can he cook?
Or did he make dinner? No, I think we ordered food. But whatever. It was great.
That's amazing. That's like, it's so this quarantine's working for you.
Yeah, so we made a pact. We made a pact that we are now accountable, and we can only be each other's quarantine partners. And I'm with that. Like, I can't just be going to somebody's house party because, I'm putting his health at risk.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing.
Basically, this is my husband for quarantine, and he just don't even know it yet. Basically.
He knows it now. He knows it now. That's kind of amazing.
We've heard of the work husband. Now we got a quarantine husband.
Right, we got a quarantine husband, right?
No. Honestly, like, that's the most thing that me personally is kind of envious about people that were in relationship, because it's like, dang, this would have been a perfect time. Because like in normal life, I work so much and my schedule's so crazy. It's been hard to even like get time with people. So I was like, dang, if I was dating somebody, this would be the perfect time to actually spend some time and quality time. And I'm like, dang. Maybe I
know I was feeling jealous too of all those happy couples out there. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, they getting good every day, all day, wake up, morning sex. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm just so jealous.
But hey, all of them ain't living good though. So like it's kind of like good and bad being single. It's like, yeah, on one hand you have, sometimes you may feel lonely or you may feel like you want somebody. And then on the other hand, I have people that's in a relationship, they tired of who they with. They like seeing this mug too much. They may have kids. They going crazy. They envying me. They like, oh my God, you have so much peace and quiet and you just by yourself. So it's kind of like, dang, I guess everybody all around is an issue on some type of level. Like if you're single, dating, you marry, whatever, it's kind of like, yeah, I feel like
that's this thing called life.
I know, right? I feel like this is gonna bring new people together. Like I feel like everyone's, like you said, like everyone's goals have changed in this mix. They really thinking about, what if something like this happen again? Like
Right.
I don't want to be single. Like I don't want to be. Maybe I should put more effort into actually getting to know someone. Like, but then you still have those fuck dudes that's just like, oh, this is the time to just fuck everything that's moving. Like,
Nah.
and like I can't because I have on my profiles, like I put on all my profiles, no matter what I smoke marijuana. If you have an issue, please don't even contact me.
And I'm the opposite. I say I don't smoke anything. So if you smoke anything, even if it's just when you're drinking your beer, I'm not smoking, and that's okay.
Yeah, but you won't believe how many people. So I get two things, right? I get the guys that smoke. And so now they're like, yo, come through, come smoke with me, come chill, come this. And I'm like, who else? So now it's going through my head, who else you smoking with?
Exactly.
Like what's happening? Because you're so quick. Like, I mean, this is like a quick ask. It's not even after a couple of days of talking or whatever. It's like a quick ask. I'm like, are you asking me so quickly? I get it. You want to chill, you want to cool, but I don't know if I trust you. And then on the other hand, you have the guys that I would assume they like my photos or whatever. Their message, and I always say it again because everybody don't read.
Don't read.
Don't read. I say, hey, I need to know if you have a problem with this, whatever. And they be like, yeah, I saw that, but how much do you smoke? How often do you smoke? Do you ever think about cutting that down? So again, here we go.
They thinking they can change you already.
Can change you. So, which they do a lot. Like, is that a big issue, like with you guys in dating? Like the man is trying to change you into what they think they may want? Like, is y'all finding that's a big issue?
I think, like Jennifer said, like we're both in an age where we know who we are and what we want. So I think those men that try to push their agenda early on, we just don't match with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is actually, it's a lot of men that don't believe in God. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's like a trend, and I'm starting to see that. So I have a lot of issues with that. So I'll look, and if it says they're atheists, obviously I won't match. But then when they're like, no, but I'm spiritual, I'm like, okay, cool. So you believe in God, you're just not stuck on a certain institution. Cool. But then you guys will have like a little riff within the relationship of you guys talking, because you'll make reference to God and then they try to question your beliefs. So that is a problem I'm kind of running into. It's like, at the beginning you said you were okay with this, and then now you keep making comments where I have to defend my religion.
Right.
So that's like the closest to changing, I guess, that I've come across.
Do you feel like they just faking it just to try to closer? And so it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people put spiritual because they don't like religion. And so they don't want to seem like a dick saying they don't believe in God. So it's like, I'm spiritual. But it's different than that. Like for me personally, I'm spiritual because I don't believe in the institution of religion. Like I don't believe in that whole factor, but I believe in the higher power. I believe, you know what I'm saying? So like we can have a conversation about that, about God's work walking on this earth and what that means to be a God within myself and like all these spiritual beings. Like we can have that discussion. Like if you can't even have that, it's kind of like, do you really? Like it shouldn't affect the person to hear a person talking about God. Now for me, because I don't go to church, I have stopped talking to people. Like this one guy, man, Jesus Christ. Oh. I'm telling you. So I met him. This was like a couple years ago, right? So we met, I think we met online too, right? So initial conversations. And at this time I was working a regular job. I wasn't working in the entertainment industry. So this was a while ago. And so I worked every Sunday. And so he was like, what are you doing Sunday? I was like, oh, I got to work. And he was like, no, you have to come to church with me. I was like, no, I have to work. I was like, wait, what are we talking here? I was like, I work every Sunday. He's like, well, that's going to change. I was like, wait, what? And he was like, no. He's like, we will have to go all this. We ain't even met in person yet. Just over the phone. Okay. Wow. He like, no, you're going to have that. I was like, let me tell you something. I was like, I believe in God. I don't believe I have to go to church to believe in him. I can worship right here in my house. I work every Sunday. I'm about my money. So if that's not, I was like, you know what? It was very nice meeting you. I hope you have a great life. And I hung up. And that was it. Because
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
did he get a butt in, or did he get a response in before you just clicked?
No. And that's where I'm at. Like, because for me, if I know our lives isn't gonna mesh, like when I'm talking to a person dating, it's not just about how well we get along. I need to know your life and your lifestyle and what that consists of, to even know if our lives can mesh together. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, it was like, I know I don't want to spend the rest of my life arguing about why I'm not going to church, because that's right. What it would be. So that's right. Why I was just like, you know what? No, I'm cool. Like, if you were cool saying I go to church, you go to cool, then we can talk, we can date. But if it's like going to be forced into something I don't want, I grew up in church. It's not like I just don't believe in the structure of that. I believe in, I can do it within myself. Like, I don't need the whole, and I grew up going to churches in like Chicago. It's like a bunch of fucking fashion show, or it really ain't the core of what it should be. Like, that's why I don't believe in church, like the whole structure of church anymore, because it got away from what it used to be when I used to go with my grandmother when I was younger. So it was kind of like, what am I buying into? And like, I feel like if anyone's trying to push who they is onto me, I retreat real quick. I'd be like, no, back up.
Yeah. I'd be like, no. And I hear that. And it's like what you said, is what you're willing to accept, and how your lifestyles mesh. So I will never force church or going to church on anybody that I'm with. But at the same time, if I'd be like, God is great, I don't need you saying, well, why you have to give credit to God for this? Why can't it? Like, I don't need that. I don't need that every 5 seconds. So just like I would respect them not having to really buy into exactly what I'm doing, you do have to respect that I believe, and not disrespect me by making these little side comments. That's what I just prefer, a man on fire for God. I mean, I just would prefer it. Like, it's nothing more beautiful than a man that knows that God is real and has a relationship. Necessarily have to subscribe to church or a specific, religion, but like you said, just know that there is a higher power. I tried to date men that, did not believe, and it just doesn't work. Doesn't work, because God is me. Like, I am God. So it comes with the package. Yeah. So I guess there are just some things that are just deal breakers, and that's one of them. And for you, it'd be also if they didn't smoke or had a problem with you smoking.
Problem with me smoking. Like, the guy don't have to. Like, even though it's nice. Yeah. Like, Jennifer, right. I know you don't smoke, but there's nothing like high sex. When I tell you,
I wouldn't be in the mood because the smell disgusting. I can't stand it. I can't stand cigarette smoke.
There's edibles.
Edibles. You don't even have to smoke. You can just take food. But when I tell you, it's just heightened. Your climax is heightened to the max. Like, the touch, the feel, the everything is like. So for me, I would love a guy that smokes, because we can sit in the bed, we can smoke, we can chill together, and then the vibe is nice, the touch is great, and the sex is amazing. So yeah, would I prefer a guy that smoked because it's a lot we can do together. Like there's nothing like riding a dude with a blunt in your mouth. Like amazing. But it's not Lydia, no. Look at her over there.
What? What are you talking about? I don't drive under the influence. What do you mean? Never.
So this new boo, what race is he?
So I thought he was Latin, black mix maybe. But he happens to be half Scottish and Polish or whatever. Grew up in Detroit. So
he's black.
Yeah, right.
He's black.
But yeah, he tans. He gets up there. He gets dark. But even with that, like, he's just I just like him for him. Like, how he was raised. He grew up, well versed. He's just his own individual self. So sometimes there's a culture clash for me dating outside of races. Like usually I don't date like technically white Americans because there's some underlying racism there, or I find it within their family.
Oh yeah.
Or just, like you're just going to be an experience to them. Are they going to just say something or do something that turns me off? But then there are a few that surprise me, like him, where I feel like we just get each other. Like it's like I'm looking at him, he's a different color, but then he's not. Does that make sense? And he's not even trying to be black. Like he's not even subscribed to trying to be black culture. Like he doesn't really listen to the music I listen to, R&B, none of that. But we get each other. Does that make sense? So color went out the window. And he is fine. Like fine to me.
Yes. She sent me a picture and I was like, baby.
He is so fine. Like his face, he could have been orange, purple. Oh, he is so fine to me. I just like looking at him.
Yeah, he is a cutie. I think when you find somebody that you have commonalities with and you just mesh well, race kind of do like fade away. Because like the only thing like, because I've dated outside of my race, pretty much every race in the book, you miss that connection where we've been through the same stuff, we kind of know the same actions, and then we can look at a same person funny, like that motherfucker on some shit.
That black love.
Because I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he was just like, he don't date outside his. Well, he was like, I just won't date a white girl. And he was like, it's just, and I really think it's what you said. It's the underlining. They would never get it. They kind of always have a little superiority complex, like in just little shit they say, even though they know they dating a black motherfucker. Or if you say too many niggas, it's like, you kind of gotta walk on eggshells. But I think dating, you kind of gotta walk on eggshells a little bit. Like Jennifer, do you feel like when you're dating, do you have to walk on eggshells a little bit with like who you are and your life? Like, because some dudes may take it the wrong way.
They gonna take it how they gonna take it. And if they take something the wrong way, see, I'm all about communication, so don't assume things. So there should never be anything taken the wrong way, because you should be able to communicate to me how you feel, and then I'll be able to say, oh, what I'm saying is this and that and that. So if you can't communicate, that's you take stuff the wrong way, that means you're not communicating. So you forget that.
I feel you. Like, I love where your energy's at. I love, like, you like, yo, I've been there, done that. I've been married. I got kids. This what it is, where you at. Like, I love that mentality. Like, Lydia, does it different from you because your search is different, because you do want a family and kids? Do you, like, is your approach to dating like, okay, I know I want kids and a family, so like it's immediately like, dude, what do you want? Like, where you at? This and that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say yes, because I don't have time to waste my time. Like, it takes a while to get into a relationship, And that's 6 months of my life, you know what I'm saying, to maybe a year that I can't get back. So I can't afford to waste time. So I need to know if we're on the same page. Like, do you want a family? Do you want to get married? Because there's something out there that's like, oh, I never want to be married again. I've got married on. That doesn't work for me. Yeah, it means something to me. I don't need a big wedding, but I need that legal document because you ain't going nowhere. I need that. So yeah, I need to know early on, do you want to be in a committed relationship? Like, I don't want to even just casually date. I need to know that you want to eventually get into a relationship, soon. Like, that's the course that we're on. Because you can't get time back, and I don't want to waste any more of my time on men that aren't going anywhere.
Yeah. I feel that. And you like, you hit on something. It is just being direct and just saying like, hey, this is where I'm at. Like, I've talked and they like, oh, because you look and it said don't want kids, right? So
right.
First of all, I don't even know how you got through my app. Let me go check my settings. Right, that's what I had to do. Let me check my
settings. Right, like I don't even look at that stuff, like you said. But I had a guy friend actually give me that piece of advice. He was telling me, Lydia, you need to be straight up, like on that first date. I mean, guys are quick to ask to sleep with you, so you need to be straight up with what you want and ask them what they want early on, so you can, have your good drinks, have your good time, and go your separate ways. And I was like, really? Because I thought, oh, maybe this might be too much too soon. I was on that whole eggshell shit. Like, maybe it's just too intense. But no, he was like, nah, man, I respect that. And then you're not wasting your time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, but, and if they get offense to it, it's I'm on to the next. Because it's kind of like, dude, I get it.
It's not like you're saying, how much money do you make? What's your credit score? Like, right. You save those questions for later,
but this is the thing, and this is the debate. He gonna hate me. I know he gonna listen to this too, but the guy I was talking to yesterday, we just had this conversation. Sorry, dog.
Don't block him, girl. Block him from your post.
Like, I told him I had to record a podcast this morning, so it's topic, whatever. So he has a daughter. And so I was like, do you want more kids? And it was a pause. And I'm like, it's a pause. And he was like, I ain't really thought about it. I don't know. He's like, do you want kids? I was like, yeah. He's like, do you have kids? I was like, no. And so it was another pause. So I think, because we're later in life, I just turned 36. Yay! I think
You're still a baby.
I know a lot of guys at this stage in life, like you said, may have been married before, have kids already. So it's kind of like, I don't want to get married. I don't want kids. And it's like, well, why would you even kind of go for a girl that says, I don't have kids, I want kids? Like, I don't understand.
Because they didn't read it, girl. Like you said, they didn't read the profile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's very hard to not write somebody off. I'm being honest, like, the conversation was great and it's cool, but it's like, I don't want to have to convince a guy to have a kid with me.
Did he just break up with his girlfriend, our baby mom, or did he just separate? Or does he have any drama with the baby mom? I'm just curious.
No, they didn't just split up, and no drama. Like, they co-parent.
Because sometimes that's a factor for them, because they're still shell shocked from that experience, and they're not trying to jump into it again, and they just haven't even given it thought. So I wouldn't count him just yet. You know what I mean? Because you could be together and he could be like, "Ooh, our son's gonna look like this. I want a son." You know what I'm saying? Just as easily. Yeah. It just, it's just still new.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like, people can change your mind. Because I was that person. Dude, when I tell you, anyone that knows me, like, from high school, I've always said, I don't want to get married, I don't want no kids. I don't want to get married, I don't want no kids. Like, even now, I still have anxiety when I think about marriage and kids. It's like, I know I want to have a child of my own, but I still get anxiety. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, how do I even find that person? Like how do y'all do this? You got kids. It's very hard to be like, I want a kid with you.
It wasn't planned. Sorry, I'm not.
I was gonna say.
But I'm such a planner, dude. I'm such a producer. Like, I need to produce this baby. That's why I was like,
Well, then just focus on one thing that you could control, finding somebody that you actually like.
yeah.
And then cross that other bridge when it's time.
Yep. Even though it wasn't planned, and we got separated and all that, I still did what I had to do as a single mom all these years. And that's why when I go to work, I never could understand how single people relate. I'm like, I'm 30 minutes early and I'm a single mom. I don't understand it. I can't understand. I can't fathom it. I got my kids are here. My children are a year and 25 days apart. They were toddlers when I had to go back to work and all that. And
that's because we smoked and had sex the night before and didn't set our alarms, and we being irresponsible.
Yeah, and I think kids give you discipline. Like
I
was that way before I had children.
Oh, because I'm late. Oh,
I can't stand rushing and fumbling. I can't stand it.
I think it's just a personality. I'm always on time too. I'm like you.
Only on time for my call time. That's it. Like if it's work, yo, I'm there. I'm on time, even early, because I like to prep and prepare.
Look, note to self, invite Marquita out, lie to her and tell her to get there 30 minutes before you so you don't have to wait. Good to know.
No, that is true. Like, I don't know what it is.
Don't do it on no date. Be on time.
Actually, like I seen, I forgot what I was watching. They probably did it on a bunch of movies, but like they show up early to check out the person and to see them before. I think I'm gonna start doing that. Like, let me see what you're doing before I even get there. Like, let me see your moves, your vibe. Let me see if you're flirting with the waitress. Let me see if you're doing something. I think I'm gonna start doing that, checking them out beforehand.
Well, I like to sit in the parking lot if we meeting like at a coffee shop or something, so I can see what they pull up in.
Does that matter? Does it matter what?
Yes, girl, it matters. When I done went on some trick dates, where they tricked me, and we had coffee, and I was like, I Ubered here. I can just walk. He was like, oh, I'm around the corner, and I'll be like, oh, do you want to just give me a lift thing? Since the date went so well, I trust him to drop me off. Girl, the car was so beat up, I'd rather just walk. It's raining, but I'd rather just walk. Then you find out, oh, you live in your dad's guest house. Oh, you don't pay rent. And you're driving this car and you don't pay rent. Oh, okay.
Okay. In LA, that's tragic. Because
tragic. And the dating profile fooled me. Obviously he looked the part. His representative self looked and sounded the part. So I do like to see what they roll up in.
So okay, so do you ever think about the reverse of that? Like what a guy may think of you, or like what you bring to the table? Like, do that cross your mind, or is it always on the guy to have this?
No, I've been turned down because I wasn't good enough. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an actress, right? So I chose to be the artist, and I took the artistic route, and I don't have a 401k, and I don't have assets. So basically I'm a partner not bringing enough to the table. I've been told this. So when it first happened, I was like, ooh, it was a hard pill to swallow. But I was like, but I have a vagina. But yo, it's out there. Men are like that. Some men are like that, and that is not the man for me. Like, first of all, I'm take care of myself and bring stuff to the table, blah blah blah. But if you really me up based on what I could bring to the table, because I'm old school, I need a man that can protect and provide. So if you're looking at me like, ooh, is she going to be able to be a breadwinner, bring something to the table? You ain't the man for me. I need a man that's like, I don't even care. I don't care what you do. Just be here, cook. That's the kind. I want that kind of old school man.
You're ready to be the housewife.
Well, no, I'm never gonna be a housewife, but I just want him to have that mindset. Like, I just want to know, like, okay, cool, no pressure. Okay, cool. But I'm always gonna build. Like, I'm a queen. I want to build us an empire. But yeah, if you come at me with what assets do you have? Are you a man? Do you have a penis? Does it matter? I mean, that's just how I feel personally. That's just me. So when I meet men like that, I already know this is a no-go. Like, this just isn't going to work for me. I'm not going to be good enough for you until I get a big break. Are you fucking serious? You groupie ass. You can see I have some feelings associated with this. So
yeah, but I can't, I understand, because, and it is for me a turn off. So like, I don't like guys that, you know, this whole scenario of, you know, you talking, they like, yeah, I like a woman that can take me out sometime. I like a woman that don't need me to pay. So like when I'm hearing these type of language from the guy, I'm like, okay, it's a couple things. Either you broke, you know, and you like, I don't want a girl that expect anything from me. So I'm just saying this, putting it out there. Or on the other hand, they may have been taken advantage of a lot. And so now they trying to say like, yo, I need a girl to have her own. And I'm like, it's torn, because for me, I'm turned off. I'm like, damn, you ain't gonna never do shit for me. Like I'm in this relationship doing for myself. Like that's the what I get. Like when I hear that, I'm like, okay, like you never gonna do. But out here in LA, I think it's men trying to weed out girls that don't do shit, because there's so many girls out here that don't do shit.
And that's where the communication comes in. That's when you ask them, okay, so what do you mean? How does that work later in the relationship? Because I'm the same way. If he comes up front, I want a woman, it better be woman, not no girl. I want a woman that can do this and that. I agree when we're in a relationship, because now as we're together, I might want to surprise you with something, but not right in the beginning, me doing everything. So that's when the conversation comes. What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of like F-boy men out here, I'll call them that, where they actually take advantage of women. Like women before quarantine, right, before COVID, the reason why it was so hard to date, especially out here, is they were making it so easy for the men. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'll cook and not have him buy groceries. Oh, we can watch my Netflix. I'll even give you my Netflix password. You know what I mean? You don't have to take me out. I'm a down girl. I'll watch your kids. I'll drive to the moon for you, because they're so desperate, like, for a man. And so these men are like, shoot, I got 5 or 6 of these. Hey, I ain't even had to spend money. My dating life's great. I don't even have to come out of pocket. And then they become okay with that because the other men are doing it, and there's no like real man in their life to slap them to be like, yo, what are you doing? That's not how you treat a woman. Like, you better not let her pay. But there are a lot of men out here that are doing that, where women are just happy-go-lucky to do it, just to be able to say that they have a man or just male company. So it's really unfortunate. But yeah, that's a big turnoff. You have to know your worth too. Like, a lot of women are empty and broken and don't know their worth, weren't taught, didn't have big sisters, mothers, didn't have a father figure. So they think, okay, I could pay the bill. You know, and I grew up independent. I grew up in foster care. So that was never taught to me. So I didn't even know it wasn't okay for a guy to pay. And then I had a big sister come in my life and was like, you did what? Wait a minute. The bill was $25 and he let you pay? Yeah. And then it was like, that's what's supposed to happen. You know, so I had to be taught later on in life. Like, I don't want a man like that, because a man like that, well, obviously he can't afford to take you on this date. He can't afford to be a man to you. So you shouldn't cut off meeting other real men for this man that can't even pay for a $25 lunch.
And that's when what you desire and what you would accept from a man changes. Because, like, I was the same way, too. Like, I was brought up, my mom, like, always have your own. Always be able to pay for your own shit. Like, I grew up like that. So I literally always approach relationships like, it don't matter if you don't have it. Like, I work hard as fuck. Like, I'm like a Mexican African over here. I always got
right.
So it's always like, because I date people and they don't want to do anything because they don't have. And then I'd be like, whatever, let's do it, let's do whatever. But then they get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Comfortable in me saying, I take that, because for me, it's like, dude, I want to do shit. I want to experience life. I can't
Right.
be in your pockets. But
Right, but that can't be the dude you can experience life with.
no,
Right.
and I had to realize that. So you come
Yeah.
to a point of realization, like, yo, that ain't the role I want to play.
Because think about it, you working your 3-5 jobs. Why can't he get up off his ass to work his 3-5 jobs? At least to take you out on a date. Like if I'm getting up working my ass off, working 3 overnight jobs, this and that, and I got money, and you gonna let me pay for you? I just can't even respect you at this point. I can't.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel. But I never go like on a date and not have money. Like I was never that girl that was like, ooh, I hope he paid for the bill because I don't know, I ain't got it. Like, and there's a lot of those girls out here that are looking for men to fund their social life. So I do get men's hesitation to pay, but it does cost to floss. Like it does cost to date. So you need to be creative and clever then and put thought into it if you don't want to put money behind it. There's hiking, there's beaches, there's, I mean, not now, but you know, before, but there's all kinds of things where you could put thought to get to know someone, but men just don't even want to make the effort. Jennifer, I'm telling you, it's horrible in LA. Don't come to LA. It's horrible, girl. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's your address? Oh, yeah. You want to Netflix and chill?
Yeah. Like, I literally, like, it's different. Like, I'm from Chicago, but I live in Chicago, Atlanta, been in New York. Like, honestly, LA's like the worst. That's why I like the Hinge app, because you can change your location.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, girl, I be talking to people in Atlanta, New York, Chicago, like everywhere. I was like, oh, this app is off the chain because you can change your location. And so now you're like, I just feel like it's been, for me in LA, very hard to find guys that match my vibe. Like, I'm from Chicago, Midwest, laid back, chill vibe. And it's like, either you too much or you trying to portray to be too much. And it's like, or you want me to portray to be something, because it's like out here, everyone's, not everyone, but it's really superficial. And for me, give me sweatpants and a tank top. Like, I really hate.
But you could dress up, girl. I seen you.
No, I seen you. But that's the thing. When I want to, I don't want to date a guy that in his mind requires it.
Yeah.
Like he always needs you because you're a representation of him. No, sweetie, I'm a representation of me. This my flow, this my vibe. I ain't gonna never look toe up, but I don't have to look dressed up all the time.
Right.
And out here, I feel like they're looking for chicks that Kardashian like, or whatever, like, that's always on. It's like, come on, man, that's not real. Like, at some point, you have to understand. That's why you ain't seen a lot of people posting as much in this quarantine, because they ain't doing nothing. Like, they like, man, you know what I'm saying? You seeing more women, natural beauty, I think.
Well, they don't have a choice, girl. You know, nails, no eyelashes, no weaves. You know, stores is closed down. This is it. This is our natural self.
Yeah. And I think a lot of guys, this may be showing them something. How superficial.
Well, they ain't got barbers either, so we seeing them as well. Natural selves. They're not looking so hot either.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I think everybody look hot in this time. I love seeing the celebrities and stuff with no makeup. I love just regular, like, down, like, hey, this is what it is. This is real life. This is where we at. And
you see my nails?
Let me see. Wait.
Girl, hard times. Oh,
yeah. I ended up, like, taking mine off. So what are y'all doing to, like, maintain just feeling good?
Press on nails, because Rite Aid is still open. Press on nails. They got the single eyelashes. You know, if you got a cute little date or a strip, you fake it till you make it for the night. Might be on the pillow when you wake up, but for the night. My wigs are still good. And these are great, you know what I'm saying? These headbands. And I found some braid hair, so I was able to, you know, do some little ponytail braids or whatever. But yeah, this is it. This is what you're going to get. Rotations of turbans.
That's why I ended up putting these in my house. Like, God, I got to do something. Because I was I can't be doing these videos with cats. I was like, oh God, I gotta go put myself together. I'm like,
girl, ponytails, high buns. Jennifer, those are natural locks, huh? Those are pretty.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, so she
ah,
said, she good. She like, I got this.
she like, my
Yeah.
hair always together. I'm over here.
It's always gonna be fly.
Dude, I was thinking about like cutting it all off and just going, but I'm like,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's changed. These wigs are still in my closet. Like if I want to have a nice look to do, you know, a FaceTime date. Because you ain't even going nowhere. Where are we going?
yeah.
We ain't going nowhere.
Some dude stopped talking to me when I said, he was like, yo, let's meet up or whatever. I was like, we can have a FaceTime date. I ain't had nothing else.
No, that's the safe, appropriate thing to do, because it's like, I need to talk to you for a while and I need to know your lifestyle to make sure you're not out there just being out in them streets, you know, like you said earlier, the guy been going to the beach, going here, going there, being at house parties and stuff. Like, I don't want to risk my health getting to know you.
And that guy, he was like, man, it's not as bad as you think. That's what he said to me, right? And then I was like, well, I know of 5 people that have already died from it. And he was like, oh, my bad.
Look, I'm just trying to follow protocol. Look, I just want to follow protocol so that we can get out of this as soon as possible. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do my part so we can all get back to our normal life.
So, do you feel like after this quarantine, the dating world will go back to the way it was? Or have they found a new level of trying to be with someone and the way men and women are approaching it? Or do you think it's going to go back to that swipe right?
It's not going back. It's, girl, change is here. Change is coming. Change is here. It is not going back. I am a hopeless romantic maybe, but I just feel like it's not going back because people had a realization. Like, I'm quarantined by myself with my things, but nothing matters if you're by yourself. You know what I mean? Or I'm now quarantined with this girl who's superficial and is an idiot that I actually hate. And I should have been with the down girl that likes sweatpants. Damn it. You know? So I think as soon as they can, they're not going to waste any time and they're going to go back. Plus, people are getting used to talking on the phone. Like they didn't do that before, so they didn't know what it's like. Now they don't want to undo it. They like it. They want to do it. So I don't think so. I think we're going to see a shift. I think people are going to connect more and be more personable, and they're going to appreciate just being around other people. And I know men just appreciate looking at women again. Right. I can see that. You can't even walk down the street without somebody breaking their neck. I ain't never felt so beautiful. I ain't never felt so beautiful. It's like, that's right. Yeah, I'm not just a swipe away no more. Ha ha.
Yeah. That's changing. What you think, Jennifer? You think it's gonna change?
I think it's gonna be both. Some people are still not covering their mouths now, so some people just not gonna change. We got people still not covering their mouths. We got people not practicing social distancing. I still got people hitting me up just thinking, okay, let's meet up for sex. So some people still don't care. So, and then you do have the people that, oh, I'm tired of being by myself. Let me get some things right. So I still think it's going to be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think so. It changed my perspective. I'm going to say that. It changed my perspective and my approach to actually giving guys the time of day. Because, like, it usually be like, you're talking, then they'll be like, yo, let's hook up, let's hang out, and it's like, oh, I'm working, oh, I'm doing this, oh, this and that. And it was just like, this for me made me realize, like, hey, I need to prioritize my life a little differently and like not focus so much on work and like figure out my whole personal life situation. So it changed me. I'm just gonna say. It changed.
It definitely changed me. I was like, oof, I'm finding a husband. I'm just gonna say I do to the next man that asks me. Oh yeah, we not doing Into the World by ourselves. We're not doing it. So maybe he won't be in shape like I like, but we getting a husband. So it definitely changed me. I was like, ooh, world's coming to an end. Damn, I'm single.
I know. Like I never would have, like, because I wasn't in a rush. Like honestly, I wasn't in a rush to find somebody. I wasn't in a rush to even like
you just became single though. So it's not fair, you know. You did just become single.
So like Jennifer said, I just became physically so I just became physically single. So
official.
Physically single. So it's very hard. Like my situation was fucking crazy. Like it was very hard, like living with someone and y'all had broken up, but you can't move out yet because you live in LA and rent high as fuck. So you kind of like, we're stuck together for a little bit, you know?
Yeah. That's tough.
So mentally, I was checked out before physically being able to separate. So I feel like that did give me some time to heal and to figure myself out and some things. And this time, like honestly, I'm valuing by myself. Like I don't understand how so many people are tired of themselves by now. Like I feel like all the picketing and all the I want to get outside, I want to do stuff, and it's just like it's only been a little over a month. Can you not hang out with yourself for a month?
Yeah. And look,
what?
And while they're picketing, saying they don't want to be by themselves, when they get sick, they're going to be by themselves. So,
yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Like I was like kind of trying to figure out the psyche behind people just needing to be out, needing to be with people. I get if you're like at that point where you want somebody else, yeah, that's great. But it's only been a little over a month, people. I don't understand.
But even if it goes, no matter how long it goes, which do you prefer? To be sick by yourself or be home by yourself and be well? That's what they're not looking at. And then some people, you can burn something in front of them and they'll tell you that's not burning. Some people don't like that.
Yeah, they just don't believe it. But I don't know. I found this time to be very like reflecting. I'm getting to know like me and what I really want and like really being able to think about. So now that's what's causing me to approach dating differently. It's like, oh yeah, like you said, I don't want to just hang out. I don't want to just spend 6 months on the surface. Like we need to dig deeper, quicker. So I know like if there's something I even want to pursue for 6 months to your life. It's like, come on, man, let's think this through. But I feel like it's going to change. I feel like majority of the people are going to realize like, hey, yeah, I want something more than a cute chick or guy on my arm. Like I want a conversation. Like I want to be able to talk to someone. Because I've seen that too. Some guys just like, this bitch is dumb as a box of rocks. What was I thinking? Right. Like, dang, I should have went for the smart girl. I should have went for the, you know what I'm saying, the girl that I thought was just a homie and that was cool. And that was like,
yeah.
Because sex gets old in the sense of, yeah, it gets old.
It gets old if there's
when you don't want to be with the person anymore.
Yeah.
No, I think society's going to change. I think it's a new sense of appreciation for people, family, friends. I grew up in the Bay Area, so we didn't go out to clubs and these fancy restaurants and all of that. We went to kickbacks. That's what you do. You go to groups of friends kickbacks. Usually everybody has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you become groups of friends. Like that's how I grew up. And I came to LA, and it was just so much to do every single day, stuff to do. You know, you're out. So I think we're going to transition kind of back to that.
It would be nice because it is always just something to do. Like, dude, like even like being friends with you, with some other people, it's just like, it's always stuff going on. I'd be like, oh, it's so overwhelming. That's why I'd be like, I'm gonna try to make it. But
no, you always out in the street, girl. Please, bye. You always out. I'd be like, girl, I'm sleepy. I'm inside, girl. I didn't put my pajamas on.
Like I'll go out if I feel like it's beneficial career-wise.
Yeah. Okay.
So like honestly, like if I don't feel there's no benefit of like me meeting somebody or connecting with somebody in the industry, or sometimes you do have to be present, like probably 80% to 90% of actually getting work in this industry is being out and being social.
Networking.
So, network, like you have
That's what
to.
That's part of my business, networking.
Yeah. So when I do go out, it's because I feel like it's a purpose to this. Like I can't remember the last time I went out. Like it's either a purpose professionally or purpose with my friendships, because those are relationships too. And sometimes you have to show up to still maintain a friendship with people, because they'll be like, oh, this bitch don't never come out. Oh, or you just stop talking because it's like you're not in the mix anymore. So I try to maintain a level of, but I just hate like the work. I hate getting dressed. I hate.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I was raised always going somewhere. Even my grandmother in her 80s still went somewhere before she transitioned. So I come from a family where we always went somewhere, always traveled somewhere.
Yeah, I like going, but I like just regular. Like
it's just your day-to-day is so busy, and that's my day-to-day. So to do anything after 7, it has to be worth it, like you said, especially if my day is going to start all over again and have a full day the following day. Because in LA, it's not just, Friday, Saturday. It's Monday through Sunday of things to do, events, network mixers, dinners, dates, so it's through the whole week. So you have to really manage your time.
Because a person is trying to have a dinner meeting at 10 o'clock at night. And
yes.
That's like, you like, okay, I got to go have this meeting because this can be a project or this can be that. But then I have a 6 o'clock call in the morning. And so it's like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. That's where I'm at. Like it's just finding that balance, like you said, working. That's why this would have been the perfect time to have someone.
Hey, it's not too late. It can happen for you all. Get on Hinge. Get on Hinge, Jennifer, girl. Get on Hinge. And do your quarantine with each other for 2 weeks before you meet, and do your FaceTime or the other app if you have Android date, and talk every day. I'm just so happy, man. We like little kids back in high school. We messaged
and they
all
just said Bumble too. Haddish. What's her first name?
Tiffany Haddish and Common.
Oh yeah, Bumble.
Common.
Yeah.
They didn't meet on no Bumble. They didn't meet
no,
on no
I'm saying,
Bumble.
but they used that. That's
yeah.
She met a new guy.
She ain't Common. Yeah, they been a thing. Girl, they been a thing. They cute.
I didn't know that. I remember I had seen a video or she was doing an interview, and it was something like, I didn't know something came out of it though.
I think it just became official when they dropped that.
They don't keep everything in the open right off. So like with Beyonce, she had been with Jay-Z and kept denying it. So you never know how long they've been together.
But this is look on some gossip. This is how I saw it. I don't know. I think I was with Cedric the Entertainer's on Instagram, and he had recorded his FaceTime with Tiffany, and she opened the door but had the thing, and he's talking, and he was like, who's that in the background? And Common was in the background. He was like, whoa, y'all quarantining together? Oh, wow. And that's when I was like, oh, they dating. And then I went to her page to go look, and I saw that he had did a wine and sip painting with her for, I think, like a Groupon thing. So you got to be dating. Y'all best friends are dating one or the other. Right. And y'all quarantining together. Come on.
And he's so fine, dude. And
yeah. He'd be at Equinox.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, I met him when I was working on Single Ladies in Atlanta. And when I tell you, like, so cool.
It's just his energy, right?
Yeah, and he from Chicago. Let me tell you how we met, though. This was kind of like
Chicago people.
We had ribs that day for lunch, right? So I'm sitting, chilling. I'm like, oh, I can't eat inside with everyone because I'm gonna fuck these ribs up, right? It was so good. So I'm outside on the curb, right, by myself trying to eat these ribs, like I'm tearing them up. And he just walks up. And he's like, oh, you fucking those ribs up. And I look up, I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah. I was like, man. I was like, hey, I haven't had ribs. I was like, you know what I'm saying? They tasted comparable to Chicago ribs. I was like, yo, these taste like I-57. That's what I said. And he's like, what you know about I-57? I was like, what? I'm from the Chi too. And so that started the conversation. And we literally talked for like 30 minutes to an hour while I'm sitting there. And he was just like so cool and chill. And so I can see how his vibe and Tiffany vibe would mix. Yeah. I can see how that vibe. Go on, Tiff. I hear you. I see you.
Right? Right?
Get it.
Get it.
I'm coming because she dope as shit. Like her career
She's so
is like
dope.
taking off. Like,
Yeah.
her career is crazy right now.
I love it. Black love, Black excellence.
Yeah. Love, just period. So
I mean, love just period, but I'm just saying I love Black love too. Like I love what I got, what's happening with me. Don't even get twisted. But I'm just saying I love Black love too.
Yeah.
I love to see it.
So I just want to thank you guys for coming on and talking, because I feel like right now is a good time for us women and people in general just talk about what's going on and talk about the world in the shape that it's in. Like, this conversation may give that single girl hope. Like, download this new app, Hinge. Right? I need some money.
Hinge.
That job 20 million times.
Hinge, girl.
Ladies, if you out there and single, moral is download Hinge. Bam. Get straight to the point. What do you want? What do you need from a guy? No more bullshit. No more like, yeah, we finna fuck around for 6 months and then I'm gonna tell you this is what I want. Straight off the bat. Let's do it. Let's get it out there. Let's end some of these, because I feel like it's empty on both parts. It's empty. Like, and I feel like men and women are scared to date each other because of their past baggage. And it's like, I don't want that again. I don't want that again. But I feel like now it's like the best time to try. I'm great. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank my guests for joining me today for Women Talk Wednesday. We will be dropping new episodes every other Wednesday. So just make sure you check in with our channel, watch our other videos, like and subscribe, the button somewhere, and share it with all your friends. And tune in. We drop new episodes of the High Hour every week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.